Alright, so you have two phone bills that you need to compare. You gotta look at what information is given. So we have the Aztec company, and it charges $50 plus 15 cents per minute. And then you have the Southern company that has no fee, but it's 25 cents per minute. So using our tables, if we talked 0 minutes for Aztec, it would cost me $50. If I talked 1 minute, it would cost me $50.15. 2 minutes, $50.30. 3 minutes, $50.45. And I mean, you could start at 10, 11, 12, whatever you want. This is the easiest that we have. So it's increasing by 15 cents. And if it's increasing by the same each time, we know that's linear. So we know that the 15 cents becomes our coefficient. So we have 15 cents times every minute. I'm going to use an M. And then, what's my constant? I need to add 50. Because if I have 0 times 0.15, that's 0. Need to add to get 50. 1 times 0.15, that's 15 cents. Add 50. So there's my expression, and my total, let's use it, B for bill, for the one company. So now with Southern, if I talk 0 minutes, I get 0 bill. If I talk for 1 minute, I'm going to get 25 cents, 2 minutes, 50 cents, 3, 75, and 4, it'll cost me $1. So here we are going up by 25 cents, which means that becomes my coefficient. So the bill is 25 cents per minute, and there's no constant. So you can write plus 0 if you want. It's really not needed, as long as you identify that there is no constant because there's no base fee coming from the Southern cell phone company. So now what do we do with this is the bigger question. So I'm just going to move to the next page. So we have 0.15 per minute plus 50, and we have 0.25. Various ways, it really depends on the question, because every time you get a comparing two companies question, it really depends on what they're asking, the size of the numbers. So here we know that our budget is $60, so we want to know who has the better company. This one right off the bat, it lends me towards thinking here, because I'm very close to $50 or close to 60 without talking a lot, but I want to prove that. So if I have $60, I'm going to solve for it. How many minutes does that get me with this company? Oops. Whoa. It won't let me erase. Okay. So if we have 60 minus 50, because I'm subtracting that, equals 0.15. 10 divided by 0.15, because here we have a multiplication, 15 cents per minute, is going to equal M. So in your calculator, you have 10 divided by 0.15, 60, really? 66.67 minutes. Okay. So now let's see what it's going to cost us here. 60 divided by 0.25 is going to equal M. 60 divided by 0.25 is 240 minutes. So obviously, Southern Comfort or Southern cell phone bill is the better bill because she gets more minutes. $60 is a great budget. what minutes are realistic. So taking this question beyond what it's currently asking, what could it ask? I've watched some of you problem solve and strategize that if you talked for 60 minutes a day and there's 30 days in a month, how many minutes are you talking in a month? So you're talking 1,800 minutes. So that's a more realistic number for this situation if it was an open problem of which cell phone is better. So the cell phone problem is better when it's a low amount of, or this cell phone company is better when it's a low amount of minutes. But what happens when it's 1,800 minutes? Is this company still better? And this is where we can look to our graph. Okay, we're going to look at this graph, and to be very honest, it's a difficult scale to create. And if we were to do something like this in assessment, I would give you the created scale. Okay, this is my second time recording. Didn't work the first time. So what I did was I started with this blank one. There was nothing on there. And using my scales at 50, 100, 150, 200, just because if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, everything would be so low and I would never see my final results. So I went up by 50s. I did the quick calculations that for 50 minutes times 25 cents, it's $12.50. 100 minutes. So I used my expressions each time and I found 3 intervals. So then I plot them. So the Southern Company is 0 minutes, $0. And then as we calculated, 50 is $12.50, 100 is 25, and 50 is $37.50. I used my ruler. Now I didn't actually have a ruler, so I made the lines the best I can. And you'll see where my error comes in a moment. And then 50, same thing over here. And I plotted those, remembering that if it cost me $0, it's still, 0 minutes, it still cost me $50. And because it's linear, I can extend these two lines up. So again, we're looking at this scenario right now as a way of what else could we do with this problem. And what this shows me is that, remembering this line is the Southern line, at some point, they become more expensive. And that's this point here when they cross over. So what this means is at this point, and my lines are a little off because I didn't use a ruler properly, and I'm trying to draw it through this video camera. So when I go down, I'm just past the 500 mark. And so that's saying at over 500 minutes, it's going to cost me more for Southern Company, the Southern Company, and the other company is going to now be less money per month. To check that, I did my calculations somewhere. Okay, well, to check that, you're going to take the 500 that we said, times it by the 0.15, plus the 50, and then you're going to do the same for the 0.25, just to confirm that this one is now higher and this one's lower after 500 minutes.